Hey y'all, my name is Megan Pullen and I'm a project manager in the Parsi Lab. And this summer I got to attend the Master Gardener Summer Conference, and we had a request to do a little sequence that you could do right before you get out of bed to just prep your body to go work in the garden. So, as we know, being in the garden sometimes can be pretty strenuous, especially when we're, if we're watering and we're doing carries, or we're bent over and weeding, or we're picking up heavy bags of compost or soil or mulch. So, just a quick little sequence. Most of us is going to focus in the lumbar, pelvic, hip complex, and so this space, if you think about it, really is going to be kind of right in the lower back, the hips, this whole area, and any kind of dysfunction there can contribute to low back pain, SI joint instabilities. So we're just going to focus on how to get a little bit of mobility and then a little bit of stability there as well. So let's get to it. Usually I like to start, I'll kind of lay down like this so y'all can see. So even before I get out of bed, something that I like to do is to just kind of hug the knees into the chest. So just kind of drawing the knees in and then sending them out. And you can kind of bring them in slowly, maybe bring one knee at a time just to kind of wake up the low back, just noticing how the hips feel here. And then maybe dropping the knees or the feet to the bed and allowing the knees to fall from side to side here. Yeah, so just drawing them over to one side. Again, just taking in information, seeing how the body feels here. And then the next movement that we'll take, you can bring your hands right to the creases of the hip, and we'll take some pelvic tilts. So we'll just start to rock the pelvis back, and so we'll start to press the low back into the bed or into your surface, wherever you are. And then we'll exhale and try to create some space, so tilting the pelvis in the other direction. And so this is a pretty small movement, but what we're trying to activate here are those deep abdominal muscles here. So the transverse abdominals that are more of our stability muscles that are going to help to support the spine. So just continuing to move here with your own breath. Yeah, maybe taking a big breath in through the nose and then exhaling out of the mouth, sighing it out. And just taking a couple more movements here. And so from here we'll take something that is most often called like a dead bug. It's used a lot in PT for different kinds of back and hip rehabs. But again, it's really good to help with those stabilizers of the spine and start to activate. So we're going to bring the shin bones to come parallel. The arms will come up, and we're going to send the right leg out and the left arm up. And then bring it back, and we'll send right arm, left leg. And so just kind of switching here, starting to maybe feel that engagement here as we send a leg and an arm out. And so if you do have weights, this can kind of be fun to use weights here as well as a little added challenge. And just taking a couple more here. And we'll do one more, and then let's draw it back to center. And again, taking any movement here, so maybe allowing the knees to fall from side to side. Maybe drawing knees in, hugging knees in. We can even tuck the chin and kind of get the cervical spine involved here. And then we'll release. We'll take another stabilizing posture here. So we'll work through a bridge. We'll walk the heels back towards the hips, and we'll start to press into the feet to lift the hips high. So this is a really nice posture. We're not only getting that nice activation in the quads and the glutes and the core as well, but we're getting a nice stretch in the cervical spine and through the shoulders here. We'll release, let it go. So another variation that we can take is lifting the hips, and as we lift the hips, we'll engage the arms here too, and we'll start to send the backs of the hands down towards the surface, wherever you are, on your bed or on your mat. Inhale to bring it back. We'll exhale to lift. And so by getting the arms involved here, we're helping to open up through the pecs. So to open up through the chest a little bit here. We'll release, let it go. So just taking a couple deep breaths. We'll inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, let it go. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then from here, we'll start to draw one leg in. So maybe right leg hugged in. We'll squeeze it in, get some nice compression here in this right hip. And then maybe sending it out. And then we'll draw it back in. And from here, we'll cross this right leg over to the left. And then from here, we'll start to work into a little bit of a somatic twist. So we'll bring the left arm out, and then we'll draw the right arm over to the left arm. The right fingertips can just kind of rest along that left arm, opening up through the chest and coming open. So again, reaching over, exhaling to open. So just taking a couple more of these movements, not only getting that nice opening in the lumbar spine, but also getting a twist through the thoracic spine. And if you do have pillows, a nice support that we can create for ourselves is to stack pillows underneath this right leg that's twisted over. So that can always be nice. And then we'll take this to the other side. So just gently coming back to center, maybe taking any movement in between sides that you need. And then we'll hug this left leg into chest. So hugging that left leg in. We'll cross it over to the right. So again, maybe bringing your pillows with you to the side. We can stack the pillows here to create a little resting space. And then the right arm is going to come out. We'll find the left arm over as well. And then we'll inhale to open. Exhale to close. And just playing around with that breath pattern. Maybe you like to have your breath pattern in the other way. So maybe inhaling to close, exhaling to open. Just playing around with that. And just taking one more here. Awesome. So that kind of concludes our little session here today. Just incorporating a little bit of that stability by working through our pelvic tilts, and then creating some mobility by getting those fluid movements, incorporating our breath in there too. We'll end with a Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati is definitely an activating breath. It's something I do like to incorporate in the mornings just to get going. That's way better than a cup of coffee in my opinion. But this breath is a very active exhale, and then the inhale will come passively. So we're gonna focus on our exhale. So we're gonna keep the mouth closed. Sometimes it can be open if you would like to practice that way as well. But we'll just start to exhale. So just taking a couple rounds of those. and options as well to open the mouth if you would like there in that practice. And so that would be more like we can do one more round, either closed mouth or open mouth. Alrighty, and that concludes our AM session here today. So I thank you for sharing your practice, and until I see you again, namaste.